If you want to learn how to create or add product on Sellapy like a pro, this video is definitely for you. Hi there, how are you doing? I'm going to take you through how to create product on Sellapy like a pro. I want to believe if you're already logged in into your seller account, you would land on the seller dashboard. Once you are on the seller dashboard, you need to navigate to all products. Then you'll be able to find the add product button. If you click it, you get to the create products page. It's very simple and very straightforward. I want to believe that before you even land on this page, as someone that is prepared and knows exactly what they are doing, you should have prepared all your product details probably on one sheet or in the Word document or wherever you want to keep them intact, so that you will not get to this page and start cracking your head about what you add or put inside the product page. So for me, I know I've already prepared myself a file where I save all the data or information that I'll be using for my products upload. So the very first thing here is to start with the product name and then start working my way down. So my product name is King Groom Beard Softener. I will advise you, if you can even make your product name just 3 words, that is perfect. But in case you want a more understanding and or customer driven name, you can make it a bit longer. But for this demo, I will just make it as long as I can. I will show you in the front end what the name look like. But I will advise, if you can make your product name just 3 words or 2 words, is perfect. Let me even shorten this one for the purpose of demo. Let me remove something out of it, so I will just call it Beard Softener with other phrase in front of it. You can leave it this way, but I like to make it more professional, so I will put necessary punctuation marks just to make it perfect. And the base price is the actual price your product is, or you want to sell your product. So don't miss these two together. The base price and the discount price are 2 different things. So let's say for this product, my base price is $30, and remember that this base price on our platform is default to $. So whatever you are adding, whatever price you are adding on your product, remember this will be in $. So for example, if you are selling your product in pounds, you must have done the calculation of what $30 will convert to in pounds. If you are selling in naira, you could have done your conversion of what $30 will mean in naira. If you are selling your product, for example, for 10,000 naira, you should convert it to dollars. So make sure you do your math before you start uploading the product, so that you not start cracking your head. So for this product, let's assume the base price is $30. So if I want to run a discount for this product as well, which is going to be like my sales price, which is going to be the sales price for this particular product, I can discount it by 5% or by 10%. It's up to me, or I just give a specific price I want to discount it for. Let's say in this case I want to sell it for $25 in discount, and I want to set the discount start date. Let's say the discount start date starts today, and I want it to start maybe 2 o'clock. Then I want to set the discount end date as well. Let me say the discount end date is October ending and 12 a.m. sharp. Then I've been able to I'll set my discount price at a targeted start date and targeted end date. So I'm going to come down to look for the category that best match my beard softener. I know this is around beauty. Let's see which one fits most. Beauty, wellness, essential, fragrance, hair and wig, cosmetic and makeup, beauty and skincare. I would rather choose beauty and skincare in this case instead of hair. Yeah, because instead of hair, and because this particular is a conditioner, so I would just rather choose that instead. Back to the page, I'm just going to copy and paste because I've already done my assignment. I've already prepared everything I want to see as my product description. All I just have to do is to make sure everything shows properly, because if I didn't make sure everything aligned well, check for errors, this might not really display properly in the front end. I think I'm happy with the way it is now. Let me look for the product detail. Okay, let's assume this is the product detail I want to give it for now. I can always come back and refine this. Just remember that you can always come and edit your products, but let's assume this is what I decide to use at this point in time. I can come up with a better product detail over time. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add some tags, so that when people are searching for this product on Sellapy, there are some expected or specific words that might actually point them towards my store. So something like men beard, for example, I will add that. Make sure you click hard, don't use enter, because sometimes that can take you back. So the next thing I can use is, let's say, men grooming. I can put men kit as well. I can, let's see, another thing we can, let's say beard men, something like that. Anything that you just think they are related products, words that people can be searching for when they come to search for something related to beard on Sellapy. So let's add the product image now. So I'll prepare some product images that I want to use here. So the good thing about Sellapy is, with Sellapy, only your first 5 products that will show. You can add up to 10 or 12 images. Only 5 will be displayed at the top of the page, while the rest of the image will go and will display somewhere in the product specification, which is really good, so that you won't just bombard the top of your page with images that are not really relevant. So I would advise, add your top 5 images that match best first. Make sure they are the first on the list, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your top best images should be there. The method to do, in case you don't understand, is if you know that your first, let's say for example, you want the third images on this screen to be your first, you have to go back to where you save your image and make sure you save it, let's say 1. You rank it 1 in your save, so that where you save it, the product will go first on the file, and you save the second one, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Then when you upload it, it will show just in the hierarchy of the way you save it to your file. If you don't do that right, sometimes the first product you want to show on the landing page of your product image might be showing last. So you have to do that right as well. which is why I always advise you should watch this video, so that you won't have problems, or you'll be facing some problems when you are adding your products. So let's come down to another important section, which is the product variant. So for this, the SKU, which is called stock keeping unit. So I will advise you should give the shortest title of your product, because this is what people will select when they are selecting their variant, or the variety they actually want. So just make sure you input the shortest form of your product. This is very important. Let's say for example there are different ways you can do it. Let's say for example you have these products in different colors as well. Maybe I'm not even talking about the product itself now, the color of the container or the sizes of the container. You can differentiate it via the SKU as well. You can say the beard softener. To signify it, you can just put yellow in front of it, so your customer knows directly that this is actually the yellow packaging type or the yellow type. The first product field of this SKU is very important for you to enter the right title there. But in this case, I'm just going to leave it as beard softener, because I don't have any other variation here. So I'm going to, in your price, make sure you enter your sales price here. Unless if you are not doing any sales, you must add your base price there. What do I mean by that? If you are doing sales or you have discount, make sure you add this particular product price. But if you are not doing any discount at the moment in your store, maybe you are strictly no discount store, you will add your base price. In this case, I'm running discount in my store, so definitely I'm going to put $25 as my price when my customer selects this product. So, and always remember, these prices are defaulted to dollars. So this part is very important as well. You should be able to give the number of stock you have in your store. If you don't put anything here, your customer will not be able to select, because it signifies that the product is out of stock. So you need, and you can see that it's even a required field. If you see the red sign, asterisk sign on any field, that means it's a required or mandatory field. So in this case, let's say I have 100 in stock. Sometimes you can use your stock figure to encourage customer. Let's say for example, you can just add that you only have 10 in stock, so that people will think it's running out of stock. But in this case, I'm just going to add 100 as what I have in stock. So let's move down to the attribute. This attribute is really good, but sometimes you won't realize until you click on this, or you click on that field. Then you now see all other attributes you can add. Say in this situation, I can first of all add the weight. The weight of the product maybe is 120 ml. That's another way to differentiate it. And I can now add additional attributes. Let's say I want to add the color. Let me assume the color of this shampoo is neutral. Just for the sake of this example, let's say I want to add additional attributes. Let's say the brand, or let's say the brand, and I can now say, let me say King's Choice. So let's just leave it that way. That is just one particular variant. Let's say you now have another product which is the same product different color, different weight. Remember, you will not add it as an attribute. This is the mistake that always happen with people that are posting products. You must click the add variant again, then you can come down here and put the name. You can differentiate it with name to make it easier for your customers. You know, the purpose of this is to be able to make life easier for the customer, not for yourself. So if I just put the same name sometimes, it might be very, very confusing. I always advise differentiate it so that people will not be confused. I can differentiate it by even adding a bracket. Let's say elite, for example. Then I've been able to differentiate this. Then I will put the attributes I want in it. If it's the same price, I can still put the same price. If the elite size is higher price, I can just put it there that the elite price is 30, which is maybe the elite is a bit premium type of product. Always get that bit right. If it's the same price, you don't have to change the price. You can put the same £25 or $25. Always remember. But let's say in this case, I decide to make the elite the premium price, which is £30 or $30. The same amount of stock I added. The very first thing I want to do here, let's say the very first thing here is the weight, as I did earlier on. Let's say for this now is 500 ml because it's the elite size. I want to add another attribute, which is probably the color. I can say this color is probably the same color, which is neutral. I'm putting this color so that when you are uploading any product that has variety of colors or different colors, you understand. In this case, I'm not supposed to put color, and I can say the brand as well. I can now even differentiate it more by saying this is the elite brand, or I can say is the king, or let me just say the elite, so that the brand will not mix with the king choice. That's another way. If you know you even want to differentiate it further, you can decide to even come and add more attribute. Let's say again you want to add the material that is used, that the product is, you know, the material. I can decide to say this is foam, or you know, it depends on whatever you want to add to differentiate the product. I hope you understand this variety, and if you add more varieties or variants that you want to join as well, you have to come up here and add another variant again. Don't mistakenly go and be adding this and you think it will show different types of variation you have in your store. You have to be adding it as new, the third variant. Until if you have 1 million variant there, that's how you should be adding it. But I will advise make it as simple as possible, maximum 3 or 4 or 5, but it's up to you, to be honest. So in this case, I'm going to just delete this and I will just leave it just at 2 variants. I know that is clear. Another section here is the store promo and discount. This aspect, you probably have already created some promo code in your store that you can now select to attach to a particular product, that you can now start giving out to your customer, that you are doing giveaway for. For example, this particular promo code, which is May 26, maybe the discount you created on this promo is, let's say, 20% off. So if you add it to this product, in this case, anybody that has this promo code number, if they add it when they are checking out, 20% off will be taken off from that product. This one is by choice. It's not a mandatory thing, so you can leave it blank. But if you want to do a promo to your customers, you can add the code in hand and you can give them, when they want to check out, they can add it to their checkout. So I will leave that. I'm not doing any promo at the moment. I've already give them discount, and I'll be giving further bundle discounts or offer later on. The next thing here is what is known as B2B package. These are not mandatory, but I always advise, if you know you want to sell on wholesale, this particular feature is for you. So if you click it, then you can get your MOQs. You can set your MOQs to your customer. Let's say if you want to sell this same product in bulk, you cannot, your box starts from 50 pieces, for example. So from 50 pieces to, let's say, 1000 pieces, you can tag it as your small supply, and you can reduce the price as low as, let's say, remember that the actual price for this product is £30, and you are doing a promo of £25. So you can say this one starts from $22. You can see it is saying it's $22, and this is saying that per unit. This is per unit. So if you want to do another package, you can say the next one start from 1001 to, let's say, 2000 pieces, and you can call that your medium, and the price for this one maybe is going to be $19. That is per unit. You can see it is already dividing it for you here, just in case. And you can add the third one. Let's say that one is going to start 2001 to, let's say, 5000, and you tag that as your large supply. Then the price for this must be as cheap as, let's say, $15. So now always remember that all this will display nicely in your front end in 3 different bundle package or packages. Remember, so which is why I always advise, do more than one package. The best is 3, so that your stop rate will really stand out. So the next one here is what is known as the bundle offer. It's not a must as well, but if you want to attract more sales or easy checkout for your customer, I will always advise you should add this as well. So if you click that, you will see that you can add the number of quantity you want to give as an offer. Let's say you want to encourage people to buy 2 instead of 1 piece. Then you can give them, let's say, a discount of £20, or let's start from a discount of, let's say $20, because remember that this discount will be calculated based on your base price. Always remember, discount is calculated based on your base price. If you can't remember, you can go all the way back to the top to see your base price here. If you know you want to entice your customer more, for example, so that it will look like you are giving them a lot of offer, you can increase this base price, for example, to, let's say, $50. Remember that on your product page, it is this sales price that is the price you are selling it for, while you are giving this as the price you should have sold it for, and you are giving it just for $25. Then let's come back to our offer page. You will see how everything makes sense now. Remember that we are now, the base price, which is the calculation, is going to be 60 in this case. It's going to be 60. So now the calculation, we now base the 2 piece. If you now do, let's say you do 60%, it will take 60% of the $100, which is the base price. You can see that now the price is for 2 is now $40. But let's make it make sense, because we're still going to create more bundles. So let's start from let's say we start from 50% off. That means each product, each bundle will cost $25, which is the same price as $25. That doesn't really make sense. So let's start it from 55. Then each product can cost about $22.50, which still makes sense. That okay, that is attractive. We can just say that regular. We can now give a tag to it, the name we want to call it. You can say combo buys, something like that, or combo bundle. Then we click, you must click hard. Then that calculation is already showing here. You can see buy 2 for this particular price. Let's say the next one, let's say is buy 3 for 60% off. You can see that for 3 you will only pay 60 quid, which is 20 quid per piece. So we can say most valued. This place is case sensitive. If you put it in cap lock, capital letter, it will show there. So you must put something that is attractive. Don't just put small letter words. Make it make sense. You can be very creative here. This is where whatever you write here will show on your product. So you can be very creative with the tag you give it. You can say your easy buy, your fun fair, your whatever definition you want to give it. This part is what really make it stand out. So I'm going to add that, and I'm going to add one more. But let's now say that one is 4 pieces, and I'm going to make that one, let's say 65% off, and I'm going to call this one, let's say this is the premium. Spellings. So I'm just going to say that one is the premium catch, and I will add it, and with that I've been able to create combos that I think will attract my customer. They would rather just go to check out with this instead of just going for the 25 quid that I put in the first place. So the last part of the products page, which is the FAQ section, I will advise you should have prepared this in hand, because this can be very stressful when you are thinking about the FAQ to put here. If you have prepared your sheet down, it should be quite straightforward. So let's start filling this one by one. So you can see that I've added about 4 FAQ questions. I will advise add as many FAQs as possible, but for the purpose of this video I've just added 4 only. So which is, I think we are good to go. I will go back again, review everything that I've entered on the product page. If I'm happy with it, it's looking okay. I think we can go with that. I'm just going to go all the way down and just click create, and I want to see what I must receive a success message. Then I'm guaranteed that I've created this successfully. It's still loading. I can see it rolling there. I'll be patient to receive. Yes, I can see product added or product created successfully pop-up message there. I'm happy with it. So if you just come back again and click all products, you can see that our product is now on the product list there, which is really perfect. So just your product list here, there are quite some things you can do as well. You can edit products, and you can mute the product as well. The mute means that you don't want the product to show in the front end. Let's say you have list of products that are out of stock, or you don't want to display them again, or you are not selling them again. Instead of deleting it, you can just click the mute. You can see that the product, you see the message, your product is being updated, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to unclick it so that the product will start showing again. So which is one of the benefits you will get in once you've created your product successfully. The other